So how is it possible that a tiny little startup like Tesla is so far ahead in terms of technology than this major multi-billion dollar companies like Toyota and Volkswagen? And we'll talk about it in a second, but I hope you agree with me that if you've ever been inside a Tesla, whether you own one or test drove one, or your friend lets you borrow it as long as you don't bring any Starbucks coffee in it, if you've ever been in one, you know that it is by far the most technologically advanced car out there. But how did it happen? Well, the latest teardown that was performed by Nikkei Business Publications actually is shine some light on it. They took this Tesla Model 3 apart and determined that Tesla is like 6 years ahead of companies like Toyota and Volkswagen. Now, granted, the bar is kind of low with Toyota. I mean, as a matter of fact, I think even in this stage of Tesla Model 3 right here, it's probably more technologically advanced than a Toyota. So we'll get to that in just one second. Now, I know you kind of used to the teardowns, the Tesla teardowns, to be performed by Sandy Munro, who's actually a monthly contributor to this channel now. Now, the last time he did it was a couple of years ago, so he didn't really have access to this latest technology that Tesla has now in their cars. But if you want to hear some of the wisdom that Sandy spreads on this channel monthly, don't forget to click the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss any of the Sandy's segments moving forward. So, all right, so let's get back to this. There are a few things that they've discovered while they were doing the teardown that are actually quite interesting. So, first and more foremost, when they were doing this, they noticed that a lot of parts inside the car, way deep inside of there, have Tesla's logo on it, which means Tesla made their own parts. Now, normally you would say, well, of course it's a Tesla car, well, wouldn't have Tesla parts. Well, actually, most cars out there have suppliers create, make, and deliver parts to the manufacturer, and then they kind of put them together. But in Tesla's case, more and more parts that they use for their cars are actually made by them, kind of like following an Apple example, right? And there are pros and cons to doing that. Now, one of the things that they were really impressed is by obviously this AI chip and also the self-driving computer. Now, Tesla created this chip on their own, right? Everybody else is using someone else's, and so this is why it's really advanced for the full self-driving technology. Now, of course, people can argue that, listen, Tesla full self-driving technology hasn't really moved that much. You can still, in the last few years, you have to still keep your hands on the wheel. It's still considered to be level 2, which is true. But the hardware that they have now will be able to support, at least it looks like right now, will be able to support level 3 and level 4 self-driving technology, maybe even level 5. At least that's what they're claiming right now. And that's what's impressive, right? Because we're talking about like how advanced the hardware into the future. And they specifically mentioned in the teardown that they have they believe that the electronics in a Tesla Model 3 is 6 years ahead of Volkswagen and Toyota. And again, granted, you probably know I'm a certified Toyota hater at this point because they don't make or want to make electric cars, but I really do have some kitchen appliances that are more technologically advanced, that like Toyota Camry that I just recently saw. That's that 2020 Toyota Camry. So low bar. But Volkswagen is a different story. So let's dive in. Why the other legacy manufacturers, with all this money that they have, why is it that they've fallen so far behind? Now, as they were describing their teardown, the Nikkei Business Publications actually suggested a very interesting explanation. But also, let's talk about some of the up-and-coming brands that are technologically advanced, and we may just not know that. All right, before that, of course, a quick reminder that this video and this channel is sponsored by Byton. Check out their all-electric SUV called M-Byte, coming to the US, coming to Europe next year. Don't forget to make your reservation. It's absolutely free. It takes about a minute of your time. I myself cannot wait to see that amazing screen in front of me every day as I'm driving this car around. So join myself and many other people by going to the description of this video and reserving your Byton today. Okay, so let's talk about this. And first, let's talk about the Volkswagen, right? So they just came out with ID.3, and this is me kind of chilling in it for about an hour after the unveiling. This is a car that will definitely be in demand, especially in Europe, well, because that's where they're selling it. Great price, a really good range, and a lot of great stuff. But You probably heard a lot of reports that right now these ID3s, a lot of them are already been made, but they're sitting on these parking lots waiting for the software engineers at Volkswagen to catch up, right? This is really the clue of why this is happening. And obviously the same thing with Toyota as well. They are not a software company, right? They're automakers and they make parts. The software has really kind of been kind of a side business for them, right? Side hustle, if you will. But with the way Tesla works, and all the startups as well, like Byton, for example, Lucid and Fairday Future, the software is front and center. For them, they see the future in it, and therefore the hardware that they're putting in these cars is essential, because whatever hardware you put in the car right now, the software that you'll release 5 years down the road needs to work on that hardware. Now I know Tesla struggled with that, and they had to upgrade their hardware a few times now, but it looks like they finally got it under control, and this teardown kind of confirms that. Now also ID4 is coming to the United States, by the way, just in case if you're wondering what Volkswagen is doing in the United States, and besides Europe and releasing ID3 in Europe. But that is where we're at, basically, right? We just see these companies see themselves as hardware companies and not the software companies. Now another thing that they've suggested, the Naked Business publication, is that the reason these companies are not essentially sort of wanting to go with their own hardware is because they feel this emotional attachment to all of their suppliers that are supplying all these parts, and obviously their lives depends on them, and I don't quite understand it. I mean, I understand business relationships and wanting to keep with the good business partners that you've created relationships with over the decades and decades, but at the same time you also have to step forward and either have them create better parts. Yes, I know it will be less parts, and that's where we're going, right? Or have them supply not just the hardware but also software that will help your cars to be better and compete with Teslas of the world. But so that was a very interesting kind of a suggestions that they've made. Now let's talk about some of the competition that Tesla has, and obviously there are quite a few, including the Mach-E right here. But we also haven't really talked about the Bytons and Fairday Futures and Lucids of the world, right? So here's a Lucid Air, and it's coming to production and deliveries at the end of this year. We don't know what it has, right? This is a brand new technology. They claim that they are better than Tesla in many different ways, with the battery technology and a few other ones. We don't know what they got. And obviously, they're not just sitting on their hands. They're also trying to make sure that they're competitive. They understand all of the struggles that Tesla went through, and obviously they tried to learn a lesson. Of course, there's a Fairday Future, a Neo, and Byton, many of them. So I would kind of separate them. I would separate the legacy manufacturers that kind of stuck in the past, and there's still internal struggles there, and this brand new companies that a lot of them are going to market in the next 12 months. And I think that's where the tech is going to be very, very interesting, because a lot of them are taking a very different approach to Tesla, and I'm excited. I mean, sooner or later there will be a teardown of a Fairday Future or Lucid Air or Byton and Byte. So that can actually can lead to some interesting discoveries of technologies that they have developed, and this is why I'm so excited about so many other manufacturers coming to the market. But for now, Tesla is it. They are the leader in this, and by 6 years, as we've just discovered. So let me know in the comment section if you guys agree or disagree, and if you are not buying a Tesla, why are you buying a different electric car, or maybe a gas car? Looking forward to your comments. Other than that, see you guys next time, and remember to stay charged.